Good evening, everybody. Today is Wednesday, August 6th. Welcome to Deliberate Discussions. Cedric and I, I'm sorry, let me back it up. Today is Wednesday, August 6th. Welcome to another episode of Deliberate Discussions. I am your co host, Vicky Horton,
And I'm your co-host, Patrick Parker.
and together we are
Deliberate
Deliberate Discussions.
discussions.
Oh my God, friend.
Welcome back,
Oh,
bitches.
yeah, we back, bitches. Cedric, it was rumored that the plug was pulled on us.
Girl,
So, you know,
who gonna pull the plug
oh,
on something we own?
baby, let me tell you something. When I heard that, I'm just like, what?
And
I'm
that's
like,
what
are you
that's the thing that
serious?
gets me with DNN, where and DNN I call dairy nigga news.
Yeah, right, nigga. And that's just where it came from.
Okay, that's what gets me with DNN dairy nigga news.
Yeah.
Where it's always something like, oh, they what you say? What did they pull the plug? We was off the air.
What happened to y'all? I heard that y'all not on the air anymore, and I'm like, we're not. I'm like, oh, let me call Thaddeus.
Okay.
Maybe Thaddeus did something that I don't know about. Maybe he don't kick me off and picked up another partner. But
Hey
hey,
y'all. Hey everybody coming in. Let me tell y'all something. To all of y'all haters and naysayers that thought deliberate discussions was off the air, we've been pulled off the air. Get y'all some fucking business. It's real simple to mind y'all business. And versus spreading rumors that's unwarranted and untrue, you're more than welcome to reach out to myself or Vicky. It's like,
yes,
hey, when is
yes.
the discussions coming back? But y'all so busy trying to spread rumors in the streets that, oh, we done. Child, we ain't going nowhere. We just need a break from y'all.
I don't know. I don't know. Did we beefing, friend?
Girl,
Are we beefing?
ain't nobody told me, friend. If we beefing, send me my goddamn birthday present back.
I was just gonna say because if we beefing, I'm just so you know, I'm not sending your gift back. Just so you know that, okay? Because that's already spent once, all of it. And no,
Lord,
he was not the one who sent me the $500.
okay,
You was not going to tell that rumor.
yeah, I'm
You
like, girl,
know,
you better. I was going. When I saw that girl, I was gonna say, free. You better send me about $20, $30 out of that 500. But
listen.
but listen, now to our viewers out there, we needed a break. We have
Yeah,
lives as well,
yeah.
and life is life for everybody. We have careers. We have houses that we run. I mean, we have relationships and everything and stuff. So a break is always needed. A lot of you don't know what goes on behind the scenes to put on a show like this every week after week after week after week. A lot goes into it. Vicky and I are constantly deliberating, even when we're not on air. So after a while, that does get very heavy, especially with the stories that we do take on everybody's problems. So we need at some point need to just cleanse ourselves, and that's what we did during this break. And when I tell you, I don't regret it for the world.
At all. And you know what I love about it is that you and I are always so in sync with each other.
Mhm.
And I honestly, I was literally afraid to tell you that, friend, I need a break. I got so much going on. And it's just so when I bought it out, you like, child, please, you know what? That sounds good to me because I need a break myself.
Girl, friend, we might need a break next week.
I kid
And
you
that's what
not.
I love about our platform. The
Yeah,
fact that this platform belongs to us and
yes.
we can do what we want to do when we want to do it. We are
Yes.
so grateful for our viewers that follow us each and every week.
Thank you all
But
so
I
much.
do, I do want our viewers to understand that we too have lives as well. We enjoy what we do. We enjoy putting this show on, but there does come a point in time where we need a break.
Yeah, most definitely. And thank you so much to all of those people that did reach out to us. We did have the producer to put up a post to let everybody know that we will be back. We were just taking a break. We felt we owed that to our viewers, and we just want to say thank you all so much for riding with us these last 3 years now. Is next month will be 3 years. It's been amazing. Um, Listen, we appreciate you all so very much. You have your discussions Facebook page for updates, or my page or Thadrick's page, personal pages. We are always posting updates there, but for the most part, Thank you all so much for your text messages, your inboxes, and especially the phone call I got. No, Thadrick and I are not beefing with each other. I think he would kick my ass if we were.
That was like so hilarious. But when I tell you, when you said that, that is so typical Delray Beach.
It is.
It
And,
is,
and the rumor did come out of Delray
yeah,
too.
it is so typical Delray Beach to put out a rumor like that. Like, oh my God, Vicky and Thadrick beefing for what? What's the problem? You get what I'm saying? But and to those of you that follow us each and every week and follow this show, there was I want to say last season a question was asked about our show. Vicky asked me a question, and I was very clear with Vicky that I would never do this show with any other person.
Mm.
If I wasn't doing this show with Vicky, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
Deliberate Discussions was birthed by Vicky Thadrick.
Yes.
I put it in her. She carried it for 9 months. She the mama, I'm the daddy.
Yes, yes, man. I love you, babe.
Like now they gonna go in there and say, Vicky and Thadrick.
Oh, listen. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Say hi to your husband, Thadrick. Hey,
man.
Hey, Pam. I'm sorry, that's Dawn. Pam on here. Hey, Maria.
Dawn, Maria, Pam. Hey, everybody.
How y'all doing? Thank you all so much for joining us. So friend, really quick, I just want to advertise real quick about City of Delray. Delray has a new hotspot, and DJ AK Alton Spells has been the DJ there each and every Friday night, and you all may know it as Studio 404, which is old now. The new name is Grooves Restaurant and Daiquiri. It's run by the owner, Anthony Barber. There, he is the owner, and we are there each and every Friday night. AK is the DJ, and he really gets it going. I celebrated my birthday there this past Friday night, and I try to make it there each and every Friday night. The doors open 5 p.m. Come in, have a nice dinner. Get your little daiquiri on and whatnot. And DJ AK sets up about 7 p.m. and he goes all the way until midnight. So it's a very nice vibe. It really is. It kind of, and I'm telling my age, I don't care. Y'all know I'm 58 because my birthday was yesterday.
Happy
but
birthday, friend.
Thank you, baby. And if you're from Delray, you might be too young, Thadrick, but there used to be this place on Congress Avenue and Atlantic Avenue. I'm right down the corner where Walgreens sits now. And it used to be called Buddies.
Yeah, that's before my time. That's that's
your mama know what I'm talking about. If Maria been a Darren, she know what I'm talking about. But we used to go to Buddies. I used to hit it right after the bank. I worked at First Union National Bank right there on Military Trail.
Yeah.
And me and my friends from at the time Great Western Bank, which y'all know is Chase now, we used to go there on Friday nights right out of work with our suits on, pantyhose and high heels on.
Okay.
Have some drinks, and it was called Buddies, and it was a nice little friendly spot. And that's what Grooves reminds me of on a Friday night. It's a nice little spot. You get there early enough, and you can leave early. If you want to go to a club, you still got time to go to a club. So y'all come check it out each and every Friday night and show some support.
So far it's a good vibe. I mean, everybody's no ruckus going on. They got adequate security. Do they serve food in there as well?
Yes, it's a it's an actual restaurant. It's not a bar. It's not a club. It's a restaurant, and the food is delicious. The lobster bites, the salmon bites. I've had that. I heard the macaroni and cheese was to die for. I mean, you might kill for it too, but the food is very, very good. A couple of people I know, they went and had brunch there, and they said the brunch was delicious. Now, I've never gone for brunch, but I've heard it was pretty good.
Look at my husband. He's so greedy. Bless his heart. He's talking about,
come on down. Listen, I would love for you guys to come on down. Maybe we can double date. Y'all can meet my new friend.
Come on
not
down.
New to y'all, not to me, but he ready to come and show his face. He was there Friday night, but I told him to keep a distance. We ain't want people being nosy.
That's fine. You know what? Tell him to keep his distance, because Lord knows when Delray get a hold of who he is, honey, Vicky gonna be everything except the child of God. So keep Delray out your business.
I know. I said, please understand. Please understand.
It is not personal. What you and him do is y'all business. It ain't for everybody.
So that is what life has been doing with Thadrick and I. But trust and believe, no matter what life has been throwing us these past couple of months, we have still been in the background working. on trying to find stories and discussions, stories that we can discuss here on our platform. And we think we found y'all some juicy ones tonight that we've been holding back on.
Yeah.
So, and let me just explain this as well. We're not talking about current events. We talk about events, something that could have happened 10 years ago. We're talking about the situation. We're discussing the situation. What if it happens to you? That's what Deliberate Discussions is all about. Every now and again, we will throw an updated story into the mix and we'll discuss that as well. But we like to do our research and get all the facts and, things behind the stories that we discuss here on our platform. So, just so those newcomers who have asked me about saying, oh, y'all talking about old stuff. Yeah, some of the stuff we do talk about is old, but we're talking about the situation. The situation can still arise. Just like our first story tonight, Patrick.
Hey, let's talk about it. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Let's get into this first one here. All right. Let me.
She realized she was being watched. Within minutes, you can see her take down the camera for good.
There's no way to describe how violated you feel. Like it feels like someone touched me. Like it feels like I found somebody in my house, physically in my house.
After they caught a child sleepwalking, Young and her fiance installed 3 motion-activated Ring cameras inside their home. One in the living room, one in the upstairs hallway, and one in the child's room. Young and her family were in their living room and
I kept hearing this weird sound that sounded like a voice over a microphone.
Then, when she was the only one still in the room,
And this time I heard it distinctively. I looked up and the blue light was on and the camera was rolling.
What were you thinking when you saw that light?
My heart sunk. My heart sunk when I saw the light.
in part, Young says because
It was his ex-wife's voice. It was her voice.
How sure are you that that's her voice?
110%. 110%. I have not slept.
days later, Young's fiance, Anzi Villafrench, got a temporary restraining order against his ex-wife. His family court filing accuses her of watching private conversations with relatives, dining table talks about finances, even virtual doctor appointments, and Young breastfeeding her newborn.
She watched the most intimate things. You don't want your fiance's ex-wife watching these moments. Like, she has seen my naked body. She's recorded my naked body. She has seen my kids do the same thing.
Villafrench told us his ex-wife was an authorized user on his Ring account when they were married, and that he thought he'd removed her. So what he says he saw on that account left him stunned. It's in the court filing. Several smart devices with his ex-wife's name hooked to his system, giving her the ability to view his cameras.
What's going through your mind?
Whew. I was sick. Like, I'm panicking. I'm freaking out.
Young is still cataloging everything she says the ex-wife watched. Many clips lasted hours. And some,
I've come across at least 13 videos with her voice on them.
like this one.
I'm trying to see what these.
And then it cuts off. So it sounds like I'm just trying to see what these people are doing.
We tried reaching the ex-wife several times, but she never returned our call, text, or email. We also tried her at home, but nobody. This is the
Child, baby. I was trying to find my text message when you sent me that. I was trying to find my reply to that. Like, what the fuck?
First of all,
Dumb ass, because she should have moved her ass in that lady
you
shit.
talking about, I feel violated in my home. Girl, it ain't your house.
God, she done seen my naked body. I'm like, I said, oh, honey. I said, I bet she was like, that nigga. Oh, excuse me, I mean say that word. I mean say the N word. Oh, he used to put on me just like that. Like, yeah. Oh, backing it up like I do it.
I'm like, girl, what you talking about? You feel violated. You all upset. Girl, your husband is to blame for one. For one, he moved you in the house he shared with his ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
Okay? For
Now,
two,
how you forget ex-wife got the damn thing is in her name, or she's on the account and got the pass? Bro, that's the first thing you're supposed to do is change all
exactly. No, the first thing you're supposed to do when you decided to say I do and when he decided to propose to you and say he wanted to marry you, you said you should have said you need to buy me a goddamn house.
Period. I totally agree with you on that.
I'm
You
like,
gonna come into a place where this lady used to lay her head each and every night with this man. Listen, first of all, I'm gonna be like Inspector Damn Gadget up in there. Okay, I'm changing everything, but you gonna think enemy of the state had to
not
come to
enemy
the
of the
real world.
state.
Yes, enemy of the state that came to the real world because me, I'm checking everything. I be all in the bathroom looking in. I ain't lying. I climb up on the toilet, on the sink. I get on the toilet first, then climb up on the sink, and I'm looking in the vents to see if I see any cameras or anything like that. Cause baby, you won't be recording me. And if you do, you're gonna get a whole lot to look at. But that thing fat like a mango down there, baby. A Hayden mango at that.
Just like, hold on a second. What Pauline say?
Never would have moved there. Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly, Polly. That's right. Never would have moved there. New house me, please. And it's like, oh, she done seen my naked body. Girl, she done seen more than your naked body. And then somebody, she heard the voice. What? It cut off after that, Thaddeus?
Yeah, it cut off after that.
Yeah, she was telling somebody, I'm trying to see what these people doing. That's what she was saying.
Exactly. It's just like, what?
And I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for her. Yes, Josh, I because I'm so short, I got to get on the top of the toilet first, and then I got to step up on the sink. But I'm gonna be all up in them vents. I look at the light sockets and all. I sure do. But you never know. You know what I'm saying? Them heifers ain't gonna be putting me out there on the internet. I mean, even though I heard it's a video out there, Triple X video of me. So I don't know. Might be. I don't know. So you can't make out the face, but it looked like me. But yeah. So I mean, that situation like that, ladies. Would y'all move into a place with y'all new man and knowing he has an ex? Like, wouldn't you want to make sure? I mean, Thaddeus, come on now.
Girl, you know me.
You gonna expect to gadget the whole place?
That's why I'm not moving around there. That's okay. That's y'all memories. That's what y'all shared. I'm old enough and smart enough to know that you are going to have a past. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But again, that past you shared with your ex, that's your ex. Excuse me. That home, that sanctuary that you shared with your ex, that's y'all space. Yeah, those are the memories that y'all created. Check the private chat. Those are the memories y'all created. Excuse me. Those are the memories y'all created. So it's time for us to create our own memories together. You understand what I'm saying? So that being said, okay, you won't. And so, you know what? So that goes to show, I mean, just when I think about this, I'm more than for sure before he even proposed to her, when they was over there shacking up and he was knocking her off, she was coming around into their house and everything. And so he wasn't taking her to no hotel room.
But she done went in there. She done had a whole baby and everything. So you know that lady was watching everything that they was doing.
That lady knew. And then my thing is, yeah, the ex-wife may be a little crazy, but she ain't did nothing wrong.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can report it to the news, but baby, there's nothing they can do legally. That's her account. She has all rights to that account. So obviously, it's something that he wanted. I mean, come on, that's his word against her.
Just like Don said, the ex-wife is crazy. Yeah, she is crazy. She's why would I be interested in knowing what my ex-husband is doing or whatever? But again, she had access to it. She was an authorized user on the account. So what? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh well, you get what I'm saying?
So, I think we got some new viewers. Hey Tammy, welcome to Deliberate Discussions live with Vicky and Thaddeus. How you doing? Thank you so much for the birthday shout out. Appreciate you. Man, listen, I this kind of stuff right here, it just tickles me because women and yes, I said as women, some of us can be so dumb when it comes to trusting these men. I have been one of those women before. But come on, sis, I ain't gonna go up in nobody crib and bring my suitcases and all of that stuff up in there and think I'm gonna take a shower and come and turn backwards and bounce it upside down, and without checking everything. You gotta check, baby. You gotta check. The same way y'all help us put them trackers on that man's car, y'all need to be doing your due diligence in his house.
It's just almost like, well, why is everybody's situation is different and everybody's mental state is different. So Yeah, he claimed he forgot to take her off the account, Don. But my thing is, if you forgot to take her off of the Ring account, what else you forgot to take this woman off of?
I bet he didn't forget to take off them credit cards in that bank account.
That part.
He didn't forget that.
So my thing is, what does she get in the divorce?
Typical male behavior. Ladies, y'all better do y'all due diligence and stop trusting these dudes, man. You know, they foul, especially them light skinned ones. Y'all got to really watch that.
Hold on now, wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute, friend. Okay.
Y'all, them light skinned, y'all gotta watch them for real. Like,
Wow. But no, so that was an interesting story. Thank you so much to chat for all of y'all comments and y'all opinions. We love when you guys get involved in the stories. Pauline say he did not forget.
he didn't, yeah, he couldn't have forgot that. Bro, come on. You know, I think because it was in her name, he probably called the people and they told him you gotta put down a deposit or something. I don't know. Something just don't sound right about it. I mean, he didn't forget that. How can he forget that? Come on. You done got rid of the wife. You done got rid of the wife. Get rid of all the passwords. Come on, bro. Let's be for real.
Now,
but that's on the new one. That's on her. You gotta set that off that baby.
Now they pop up on since she done got videos of them doing everything up under the sun in that house. They pop up on Twitter. I'm be like, girl, that was you. I saw y'all on Twitter.
Baby, you on that back the wrong way, honey.
Okay.
Riding that the wrong way, honey. When he was all up in this hill.
Okay. And she probably showed it to her friends and everything.
Well, look, she's like,
okay.
I had a bad body, but dang.
So, but no, thank y'all so much for your opinions and your feedback and everything. That's a very interesting story. But friend, let's take this up to New York. And
yes, please.
Going into this story, I will say I did a disclaimer that I'm a bit disappointed with this next story, with this person in this next story. But I found it was important to bring it to this platform to have a discussion about it. But I will have a few choice words when we come back from playing the story. So just beware. So friend, don't be mad at me. Here
I told you can have at it.
My ex-boyfriend, when we met 5 years ago at the height of the pandemic, he was 26, I was 48. He is blonde hair, blue-eyed, MAGA Republican voter who is a New York City police officer. We were madly in love. I did not develop any of his politics. I still
can you hear it?
Have my own.
Yeah, just turn up a little bit.
And was 22 years younger than me, hot.
It's up all the way.
MAGA Republican, New York City police officer. Yeah. To hear more about that, come to my show at City Wire.
Okay, I got to cut off. So,
City, July.
Those of you that did not hear the thing in its entirety, I will. So, Laverne Cox, who is a trans woman, a 50-plus-year-old trans woman in New York, who's an actress at XYZ. She was promoting a show of hers that she was doing in New York. During her promotion of the show, she spoke about her dating a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, mega Republican, Trump-supporting, Trump-voting Republican New York police officer. She spoke about how she was 40-something years old. He was 20-something years old. They were madly in love. They, spoke about briefly about their politics or whatever, but I guess she looked past that and she continued on with the relationship. Now, the problem that I have with Laverne Cox, for one, she's Black. For two, she's a trans woman. For three, that she has went on every platform, every media outlet, speaking publicly, representing the Black trans community about the wrong that this current administration is doing to trans lives. Not only trans lives, but Black lives on top of that. She has been on CNN, she's been on MSNBC, she's been on every particular podcast or whatever. What I think, and honestly, I will say, I have a lot of respect for Laverne, for one, being a Black trans woman that was able to live in her truth and that was able to speak so eloquently on major platforms, as she's done over the years. Hearing this story, I despise this black trans woman at this point
I
because
never liked her.
everything that the trans community has fought for
Yeah.
is just thrown out the window.
But remember, her interview with T.S. Madison a while back. She talked about Caitlyn Jenner, how detrimental Caitlyn Jenner is, and humiliation Caitlyn Jenner is, formerly Bruce Jenner, is to
Correct.
the trans community. So I mean, come on, Laverne, you got to pick a side. Like, she's all glowy, and when she talk about her white, blue-eyed MAGA Republican and all of this stuff, she's glorifying it. But when it comes to politics and Caitlyn Jenner, I just think she's playing both sides of the fence on that.
Yeah, it's hypocritical. It is extremely hypocritical what she did, and the fact that she's so often on this high horse and on this platform speaking for a community that's disfranchised, and then you go and do this. Yes, it's your personal life, but the fact that you had the audacity to speak publicly about a group of people that you was just so in awe of, so in love with, or whatever. And then there was she did a rebuttal. She did a follow-up video, which at this point I don't give a damn to even play it. She did a follow-up somewhat, which talk, because when she got so much outrage behind it and so much pushback, she spoke about when she mentioned it to the man about what was going on in the trans community. His response was, "Well, I didn't know that was happening." Bitch, what rock you been living?
Come on,
You know that the trans community, the black trans community, is under attack. What?
And he was a New York police officer, right?
A New York police officer.
Come on.
And for you to state that you didn't know that was happening to the trans community, but my thing is, you can stand on your high horse, Laverne, and advocate for these black trans women throughout this country.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go behind closed doors and fuck the very same person.
And look how happy she is talking about it. But look how happy she is talking about it. Like, that's something.
Yes, she was so excited. She was just in her glow talking about this man.
So put his name out there. What, they got a gag order on you or something? I mean, you feel that brave enough. Show our trans sisters, show our trans sisters the truth.
Girl, that threw you off.
You know what? I can do that.
That's okay. It's fine, but it happens. But yeah, but it's just like I think it was just so despicable and whatever. And to have, there's no need for her at this point to be the voice for the trans community. She was also on a panel 2 nights ago where I forget the name of this podcast that she was on, and people spoke publicly and openly about their disappointment about her, how she was just the way she spoke about this man, and the very man that she
so proud.
Yeah, she was just so in love. And doing this podcast, she sat there like, okay, girl, whatever. She had no remorse for what she had done or whatever. And so I say all this to say that regardless of what community you're in, whether you're in the trans community, straight community, wrong community, right community, speak for your damn self.
Exactly.
Stop being a part of these communities where you allow others to speak for you. Be your own voice.
Yeah. I think she just got a little bit beside herself. I mean, don't get me wrong. She did a good job as an actress. I mean, back, 10, we talking about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Orange is the New Black. She did an outstanding job.
Yeah, she did. She got an Oscar nomination for it.
She got what now? Nominated?
She got an Oscar nomination for the Orange.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And I've always had, I will say, I've always had a lot of respect for Laverne being able to live in her truth and be able and being able to maneuver and sit on platforms and everything, and and be respected, not only in the gay community but in the straight community.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and for her, I think it was just a complete slap in the face. Not only to black trans women, but the trans community as a whole, that's out fighting every day, that this administration is stripping rights away, and only God knows what the current Supreme Court is going to do to the community as a whole, so you sit on your high horse, and then keep in mind, you're privileged, because, you're in this actress, you live in New York City, this, that, and the other stuff, but let's not forget that you're black and that you're a trans woman. And those same people that you think that you can sit on your high horse with and sleep with them blue eyes and white skin, them to be the same motherfuckers that's gonna take you down.
And it is, you know, and it's so sad. I'm just glad T.S. Madison can handle her, because I really think that interview that she did with T.S. Madison on Outlaws, I think that would have went left really quick, and I would love to be a fly on the wall to see what happened after that, because the same stuff that Laverne is chastising Caitlyn Jenner about, I feel like she's bringing damage to the trans community.
Exactly. Most definitely. That was terrible what she did. That was
I just think she's a sellout to the trans community. I really do. And it's unfortunate, you know, that, I mean, no, it's not unfortunate that people still love her, because you have the right to love who it is you love.
Yeah, you want, exactly.
I never did like Laverne. I never liked her.
Yeah.
So, what's up, DJ AK? He just doing that shit was loud, Vicky. Turn that damn noise down. I'm sorry. Anyway, we in Grooves this Friday night. Make sure you got my table. I'm there. And I'm bringing the crew with me.
But yeah, and my thing is, there's so many other Black trans women that can speak for the community.
Yeah.
That's so true. And stand on it. And I would go back to my previous statement. Learn to speak for yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Learn to speak for yourself. I will say this, and this is a little off subject. My husband and I recently have had several conversations, especially throughout this break, in thinking about the state of this country and where we are with this current administration. And when you look at the Republican Party and when you look at the Democratic Party, and it's so often, well, all of our lives, we've supported the Democratic Party. And it's like, okay, what exactly are they doing? What's the benefit of supporting either party? So we have declared ourselves independent. We don't need a party to speak for us. I can tell you one thing for sure: ain't no way in God's green goddamn earth we gonna vote any fucking thing Republican.
We on Facebook Live. You can't get it.
What'd you say?
We on Facebook Live. Break it down.
Shit, girl, you got me all riled up over here. But I say all that to say that I don't need a party to speak for me.
Right.
I don't need a group of people that ain't doing nothing. They can't even get along in DC with each other, let alone speak for me.
They can't even make a decision, you know, and within a reasonable time for America. So correct. What do we need them for? We done voted who we voted for. You know what I'm saying? Why we got to go through all of this other stuff?
Correct.
You know, it's just it's getting, this world is this. Listen, with y'all president, this world is in trouble.
Correct.
This country especially, we ain't got no friends outside this country. They don't even like us. Like seriously, it was already hard being Black, but damn, the people don't like nobody over here.
Okay.
They just don't like Americans. Period. No matter where you go.
Well, that opens us up to our next subject, talking about
this. Okay, y'all. So y'all tell us what y'all think. If you know who Laverne Cox is, if you don't know who she is, please go and look her up. Also, if you're on TikTok, please go to Outlaws T.S. Madison's page and check her interview out there. It's a 2-part interview with Laverne Cox on there, and you know, get a feel of who this chick is.
Thank you.
Okay, on to our next story. This has been big.
This one here is going to be interesting, but hey,
it's got somebody got to say it. Might as well be delivered discussions.
Let's go. Not that.
Wow, this is a big one. Big changes are happening to Section 8 housing this fall, and it can affect millions of families nationwide. The 2026 budget proposal kicks in October 1st, 2025, and they're reducing the HUD budget by $33 billion. That's 44% less funds that would go towards Section 8 and rental assistance. They're moving the funds to the state block grant program, which is going to have $26.7 billion less than they do today. That means the states would be responsible for the rest for Section 8. And the big one, the 2-year cap on assistance. That means after 2 years, if you are an able-bodied, you cannot get Section 8 assistance anymore. Some people think this is unfair because it's not giving enough time for people to get back on their feet, and some people think it's time for this to end already. Let me know in the comments below, should there be more time or not? But for those of you guys who are buying a home today, here is the nationwide average mortgage.
I am one of those people. Time is up. It needs to happen now. Okay, that clock should have started ticking effective whenever they made that decision. okay, the clock starts ticking. Because in my opinion, Section 8 should be used as a way of saving money and, trying to get yourself together, taking that time to get yourself together, stack your money and move on. Let the next person come in there. Okay, it's time. You have, and honestly, I feel Section 8 is abused by a lot of people. I was on Section 8, so I'm not being discriminatory or anything. I voluntarily gave my certificate up because I had reached a point in my career in the banking and financial industry that I didn't want those people in my business. I didn't want them getting my tax returns. I didn't want them seeing my car loans or my credit cards or, what I'm spending in the mall and, looking at everything on my bank statement. I didn't want them in that. And it became more of a hassle. And then you got to sit there and make an appointment with your work and all that other stuff. So I voluntarily handed my certificate over, and I didn't want to be on Section 8 anymore because I was making enough money that, okay, I can move on with my kids and I can let somebody else who's on the waiting list come on in there who's more needier than me and my children are. And that's the thing, I'm not saying that everybody's committing fraud, but come on, y'all know just as well as I know that 90% or more of the people that are on Section 8 are committing fraud. Other than the elderly people and the documented disabled people. Those are the ones that should be exempt from this new law, this new rule that they have. And that's just how I feel about it. It'll cut down on the fraud. And I think that money that they're going to take away from that Section 8 program can go towards more health care for our elderly people with diabetes, people with high blood pressure, heart conditions. What about the autistic children? The single mothers with autistic children. They talked about this one lady in Massachusetts that had the autistic son that's 14 years old. And she's been on Section 8 for 13 years or something like that since he was one. Okay, and now he's to that age. He's actually in a higher percentile of knowing what is going on around him. Okay, it's time for her to move on. Let that other single mother in there with a 3 or 4 year old autistic child get into an apartment now, an affordable apartment. She can't expect to stay on it. You've been on Section 8 for 13 years. Your child is 14 years old. Come on, sis, you've had more than enough time. Take a trade, do hair, do some nails. She does catering. This lady who they was talking about in Massachusetts, she did catering. You had plenty of time to get your business going. There's no excuse.
I agree 5,000% about it. I do think that the elderly and disabled should be exempt from it, but I totally agree. If you
documented disabled.
Yeah, correct. I totally agree. Get up, get out. My thing is, and we all know it. And I agree with the statement that you made that a lot of them are committing fraud. But again, that's not my business. Hey, I'm not knocking a hustle, but my thing is, don't take advantage of a system that can be helpful to someone else because you chose to live your entire life on Section 8. Exactly. I mean, I know as well as I know, it's probably some people that grew up in Covey State that raised 5.
Hey,
but
we're not doing that.
That was just an example. But there's just we all know there's just some community, some families that's been on the system forever, and I agree wholeheartedly that there should be some restrictions. And also with those restrictions, there should be some programs in place that is assisting you with preparing yourself, assisting you with job search, assisting you with, money management, assisting you there. Don't just say, hey, you got 2 years. Okay. Help me. Because it's so often that some people, they grew up in that environment. So that's all they know is that environment.
Yeah.
They've never had that type of help to help them get off the system. So yeah,
they're using it as a way of living. Correct. rather than help. Temporary help.
Lord, girl, you beat me to the punch. You hear what I say? Lord, you beat me to the punch. You beat me to the. I was coming, Lord. You put it in the comments too fast, Lord.
500.
Some people get a lot of food stamps, girl.
Lori, I'm sending you a text right now. 2,500 in food stamps.
It's so funny. I like this. It's interesting. Maria said, "I think 2 years is not enough time for someone not all to move on. I think its jobs are not paying enough for most people." That is, I agree. I agree. I agree partly with this comment. A lot of, especially when you're living in the state of Florida, which is now ranked in the top 5 of one of the most expensive cities to live in. Sometimes the salary isn't enough. But when you're on the system, it's so important that you are taking advantage of the programs they are offering you to prepare you to that point. Now, if you decide to sit around and wait for the last minute and say, "Well, I got to be off of this in 6 months," that's your problem.
Exactly.
That's your
I
problem.
mean, what about the people that are in the area household median, which is right now I think 112,000 a year? I don't make that. Hell, I can hardly afford to pay my monthly bills and stuff like that. I need help paying rent.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you consider low income.
Correct.
But
So, but you know, like for instance,
income.
friend, like the state of New York does have a price freeze, like where the landlord can't charge so much, can't go over this certain amount.
Rent control.
Yeah, rent control, correct. So that should be in place. That I think with this Section 8 whole rule coming down, maybe Congress, since they're fighting over everything else, they should have wrote it in a bill that, hey, states should have, rent control or whatever to help get people off the system, but also make it manageable. Because I agree with Maria, some of the jobs are not paying enough money to be able to afford. Like right now in Delray Beach alone, where are you paying that rent at in Delray? It's expensive. It is very expensive. So I understand that, but from the moment you get on the system, if you know you got a 2-year window to be off the system, you should be hustling. You got to be preparing yourself.
And a lot of these people they're using it as generation. They're passing it on from generation to generation. So like Pam just said, like the girl who was fussing about her son wanting to get a job, but if he did, he may get her welfare benefits canceled. And that's true. Some of the people that are on Section 8 that have children, they don't want once their kids turn 16, 17 years old, because in the state of Florida, you have to be 16 to get a job. Once you turn 16, they don't want those kids to get a job, because if they get a job, that Social Security number is going to be reported. Okay. And guess what? It's going to come back to housing, that there's more income flowing into that home, and they're going to be responsible for the difference in that. And I'm going to tell you another thing. As a property manager, I have seen what these, and not saying this is everybody, y'all want to live in nice places. I totally get it. But you know what? So does everybody else want to live in a nice place. But the thing is, when y'all get in these people's houses on Section 8 and some of these gated communities and whatnot, y'all don't take care of them people's shit. Y'all don't take care of them people's stuff. Y'all leave it. Y'all leave y'all bed frames and all of that. Y'all move into a whole nother place, wait until income tax season come, cash them checks, and go and get you some more furniture. And you continue that cycle over and over and over again. Rather than doing like me, I go and offer up and buy my damn furniture used. I might buy me a new mattress, but I'm going to buy me a used bed. But here's the thing. Y'all damage those landlord houses. And this is the point I'm making with this, Cedric. The rent prices are going up. Y'all don't know what these landlords have to go through. I hate having to get a house ready after a Section 8 tenant has moved out. It's filthy. It is disgusting. And I literally have to walk in there with my camera, with my phone, and video every single thing in there, because the landlords don't want to go in there. It's so damn nasty.
Lorraine say, tore my house up.
And Lori, am I lying, Lori? I'm telling you, roaches coming out of the darn light sockets and shit. And I'm like, shit jumping out at me, damn rats and shit all just everywhere. Just don't clean a bathroom, don't clean a bedroom, things that I've never seen. Like, what the hell is that? like, you know, you got to question what's in the damn kitchen. The left food in the oven, had the lights turned off, food is in the refrigerator. It's nasty. And that's why I have decided I don't want to be no property manager come 2026. I don't want it anymore. The filth that I've had to deal with this past year, Thadric, is disgusting. And it's all my Section 8 tenants.
And why do you think it's that? Why do you think that it's the people that's on that system that tends to be the nastiest?
Because they know that they can just move anywhere, and that part of it, the cleaning up part of it, Section 8 don't care about that. That's between and your caseworker will tell you that's between them and the landlord.
So when you're on that system, isn't there some type of yearly inspection where they come out and inspect the?
You know what they're inspecting? They're making sure that the roof is okay. There's no fire hazards. They ain't inspecting that you got motherfucking roaches. Now, if you had bed bugs and they seen them, yeah, they're gonna look that, but they ain't gonna flip no damn mattress to see if it's bed bugs in the house. If the bed bugs coming out the damn light socket either. They're not gonna do that. And then that's another thing. Half of the Section 8 inspectors cancel that. 99.99% of the Section 8 inspectors ain't shit either. Because all they do is go in there. Okay, you pass. Give me $150. You pass. They don't give a damn. They don't care.
Okay. I mean, I agree. I mean, I'm with you when you're right. Now, I do agree that I support this where it should be a 2-year cap, because I will say I personally know some folks personally, and I know what they do for a living. I know what they drive. I know how they live, and I know what their rent is. And I'm like,
and that's another thing. Make it make sense.
I'm like,
you own Section 8 housing and $320 a month for rent, but you driving a Maserati. You driving a Porsche. You driving a Mercedes-Benz S560. Come on, man. Let's be for real. I can barely afford the darn 2000 to keep the 2015 Infiniti up. And you know, I love my baby Onyx.
Okay. Yeah, it's so when you think about, especially when you know someone personally and you're like, child, you make this kind of money under the table or whatever that's not being reported. You drive this, you know, and let me tell you something. When this mortgage payment due over here every month, only 2 people got to pay it, so I don't feel bad.
Listen. So let's look at, we got 10 minutes. Let's look at some of these comments. So I'm looking at some of Lori's comments. Lori, how the hell did they the microwave was blown? I've seen that in a couple of the places that I've had to go in as a property manager and fix. Oil on the ceiling, Lori, please explain the oil on the ceiling, because I'm flabbergasted on that one. Now that's one that I haven't seen. What the hell is going on in your house over there? Because that's one as a property manager, I have not seen that one. The oil on the ceiling.
They probably was frying chicken free and it was popping and it went up, you know, up on the ceiling.
Hey, I'm like, how the hell they get oil on the ceiling?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how that's gonna happen, because I don't know.
You see what they got? They got LV
purse. Yes. Listen, Lord, I'm still carrying the same one I done been carrying for the last few years. I can't even afford to get a new one. My niece just asked me, "You ready to part with this yet?" I am, but I need to save up a few $100 more. Yeah, I got a little closer yesterday with my birthday gifts and stuff like that.
And the thing about it is, I mean, the fact that some of them think the more children I have, the more I'm going to stay on the system. The more children I have, the more food stamps I'm going to get, you know. And so a lot of the mindset is just like, let me continue to have children and I continue to stay on the system. And I just think that's just a terrible way of thinking. But again, you have to realize that when you are a product of your environment and you have no intentions on getting out of your environment, you're going to keep that mindset.
Yeah, yeah. Lord, she was mad. Yep. That, you know what? They will do some devious stuff now. I've had one of my tenants ended up flooding the lady place, and it's been a year now, and I still ain't got that place fully ready to go yet. And
Mhm.
Section 8 tenant, and I'm nothing against the Section 8 tenants, but I'm like, come on. I'm like, girl, you know good and well, you got your whole husband living here, and to my he don't work.
Correct. And but no, but so I'm glad that you say that, because even some of the women that is on Section 8, they have their boyfriend living there that's not supposed to be there. You have some women that actually loses their benefits because they didn't have a shootout, they didn't have a drug bust, they didn't have, and it's just there's hold on a second. I like this comment, Maria. There should be a program that teach them how to budget their money so that they can move on up. Absolutely.
Most definitely. 2 years is more than enough time to take up a trade.
Maybe not to the east side, but put them on a better mindset. Come on now to the dealer.
So, Thadric, that's what the problem is. They're trying to move into these gated communities and these elaborate houses. Like, they may have a voucher for a 2-bedroom, but they want to get them a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. You see what I'm saying? So they have that extra bedroom where they can decorate and, have all the Badcock furniture and stuff sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with Badcock, because see, I don't have Badcock furniture. My bed's still from Badcock now. Now ain't shit wrong with Badcock.
I have not heard about Badcock in forever.
Don't knock it. And I go offer up and get some stuff too now. Don't come on now. That secondhand shit be good too. But that's the thing. They don't care about these places, and honestly, that's why the rent prices are so high in Florida. That's a part of the reason. It might be a small part, but part of the reason is because these landlords are fed up. They are fed up. It really pains me to go to a tenant who is not on Section 8 and tell them your rent going up $100 next year.
And it's so funny because some homeowners now would rather just go ahead on and sell the place than be bothered with the headache of a tenant.
I lost 4 contracts last year.
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, I lost 4 contracts because they decided to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately for me, my property management contract states if they decide to sell, my services are no longer required. They're still obligated to pay me out through the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's 2 months away from the end of the year or whether it's 10 months away from the end of the year. So whenever that property sells, baby, the title company cutting me a check.
Okay.
All I'm saying is 2 years. I mean, it's really enough time.
Lord said, short sale, I was done.
I'm telling you, and Lord, I feel so bad for you because as a property owner, as an investor, you guys take the hardest hit from all ends. And now this goes with, listen, there's a new law in Florida where they're trying to force this. I don't know if it's gone into effect. I'm going to research it more, but from the information I've gotten, the landlords can no longer ask for 3 times monthly rent. What they can do instead is they can charge you the 1 month's rent to move in, and you can do like a deposit, which you can pay in monthly increments, but you don't get it back. So you got to be careful what you're signing. Make sure you read whatever your lease agreement, whatever your lease contract is. Make sure you read it in the state of Florida because the rules are changing. They are changing big.
One thing I will say, I do like the fact, just a little bit off subject, that Florida put laws in place with these HOAs. I do like that. We talked about that previously and everything. So, and here in Illinois, the law passed about the squatters. So,
I know you happy about that shit right now.
I can't stand them squatters that take over them people's house. You hear what I
say? They so rude. Them people up there in Illinois don't even play. They so rude. Georgia too. Lord said it's Georgia too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I've been debating with people on this whole since this Section 8 thing came out, and I mean, I'm sorry, I have to agree with Trump on this one.
Mm-hmm.
That money can be allocated towards healthcare for our elderly, people with people with diabetes and stuff like that. Like I said, Ozempic is so hard to come by, and I mean, maybe it'll make it more affordable to them if they have programs for the elderly and the documented disabled people. I mean, healthcare is a big problem in this country.
But I also feel like it's a mindset as well, because when I think back, like, when people say, well, 2 years is not long enough, this, that, and the other stuff, where it's just like, we all come from the hood. We all could have made a decision to be a product of our environment, but we chose to do something completely different and not be a product of the environment. So I do think that it's a choice and it's a mindset if you choose to stay on that system, as long as they've been allowed to stay on the system. So, and which is, it's just, especially, and the thing that bothers me the most is like when somebody ain't doing right by that system.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm listening to you, friend. I got a text message. Okay, I don't know why our comments are not coming through on all the pages, but I have a comment here from My Life Eva. Exactly, especially these 30-plus-year-olds with all their limbs don't work, sit home, Section 8 and food stamps is taking care of them. Then they selling the food stamps to buy weed and powder too. God dang. If one job won't do it, find you a side hustle. Michelle, I strongly agree, because it ain't shit and they don't care. Now, let me tell you something about this one here. The one who made this comment, baby, she work a full-time job, got a high school student. She do Shipt, and I think she do Uber Eats and something else. She's all day, every day. And she was cleaning offices at one point. This is a single mother. She has 3 or 4 jobs and she ain't even no damn Jamaican. And she's doing all of this so she can make a better life for her child. Now, if she can get out there and do it, then everybody can get out there and do it. There's no excuse. I shouldn't be seeing nobody in R&B brunch. I shouldn't be seeing nobody in the clubs, fight night, or nothing like that. If you on Section 8 and you sitting there complaining that Section 8 2-year limit is not working for you, or you're not agreeing with it, then you know what? You the problem. You are the problem.
That is very true. Lori, I do want to point out this comment that you just made, because I absolutely love it. And I'm not, you didn't say that you are a Republican. What you said is that you do have a lot of Republican in you. And I have a lot of respect for that. And I love this platform that we have, that we're able to have these type of conversations and be respectful of everyone's opinions. And I totally agree with you. Democrats do give a lot away, and I think that it is time that we do stand up and work hard and things like that or whatever. But I commend you for being able to even say that, publicly. And I've said this time and time again, I know I have some Republican associates. I don't think that all Republicans are bad people. I think that everyone has a right to believe in what they believe in. They have a right to vote for who they want to vote for. They have a right to have the values that they have.
Yeah.
But I will say, the same people that has these values and that voted for the man that's currently in the White House, and now you feeling bad, baby, you got to stand on that. That was your choice. Stand on it. That was your
y'all stand in them lines to go to the club, stand in that line to register to vote.
Yeah. So thank you so much for that comment, Lori.
I'm not sure why the comments are coming through. Thank you all so very much for watching. DJ AK he's watching us live tonight. Thank you so much, AK, for watching us. We'll see you all at Grooves each and every Friday night. DJ AK on the 1s and 2s, turning it up for Delray. Y'all got y'all nice little hot spot. What's that?
That's the comments on your page, friend.
I know. That's what I had. I don't know why they're not coming through on the other pages.
Okay.
So I see, yes, it showed that you just joined. Yeah, see, Michelle say, I got an 18-year-old that has 3 jobs. See, even her 18-year-old has 3 jobs. That's ridiculous. She's already working 3 jobs, and her daughter, her 18-year-old is working 3 jobs. So 6 jobs for 2 people. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're all battling. And if we can get out there and hustle, I need some help paying my rent. I ain't gonna even lie. It hurt me to cut that check every month. I ain't gonna even lie. I be dodging landlord like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna even lie. And I know y'all want to go out and enjoy yourselves too. Y'all deserve that. But you know what? You also gotta work. You got to do something. Get up off your behind and do something. AK said, I've been cursing y'all. I thought this was a pre-record. Oh, that's why your ass cussed me out.
This live.
This shit was about to turn that noise down. AK, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, Pepe, stop that.
This is a live
This
show.
is a live broadcast. Okay. Each and every Wednesday. We're gonna try to come back again next Wednesday, friend. I forgot to do my reconciliation, one of my reconciliations for the end of the month. So I'm kind of, behind at work. So
Okay. And Don, that's very true. Everybody on Section 8 is not lazy.
that's true. They're not. No, they're
There are
not.
some people that just need some help, and they on the system and everything, and they are actually doing the right thing on the system. But there are more people that's doing the wrong thing on the system than people that's doing the right thing. So
Yeah.
life is lifing for us all right now. Lord Maria, you hit the nail on the head. Yes, God, it is.
Yeah, AK. That's why I had to switch over to my page. We're gonna get it right. I don't know, for some reason it should be on Deliberate Discussions page, Patrick page, and my page. But for some reason the comments are coming through individually, but we'll fix it. I don't know who this is calling me. They could stop that.
Okay. Josh said, now granted, we shouldn't have to work all these jobs to get by in the first place. That's the damn truth.
That's true. I totally agree. I mean, I got a full-time job. I do taxes seasonally. I got my business that I run, and I have a nonprofit that I'm really currently trying to get funding for. If anybody can help me out with that, I'd appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get funding so I can help pay people light bills and stuff like that, for my nonprofit.
Don's comment is on the screen, Vicky, and I know we're a little bit over time, but I just wanted to point this out. The 2-year rule is not good. I will say in the state of California, this rule may be an option, may be a problem, because California is probably the most expensive state in this country. So, excuse me. Now that the states will be required to pay for some of this Section 8 stuff, I hope that they come up with some internal laws within the states that will help people, even if they have to stay on the program longer than 2 years.
But see, that's the purpose of the 2-year limit. That
Okay.
there's no if they have to stay on it for 2 years. There's no if they have to stay on it. They have to get off of it.
You got a
Even
message.
even if they have to get off of it and take a break, if they have to take a break in between, come back and apply. But in the meantime, give somebody else 2 years to work out to live, in an apartment or something like that. Just move on. Just keep the rotation going. You go back on the wait list until your name come back around. That's all. I mean, that's how I think it should be done. I'm not saying give them 2 years and say, you know what, you had your chance, that's it, goodbye. I'm saying put it in a rotation. Give them 2 years. If they don't, then they have to move on. Go and stay with family members. Okay, everybody who 2 years is up, you know what? Y'all start getting along together. Y'all move in together. Get a roommate. Somebody that you know, somebody that you trust. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
That's
It's
true.
just-
There are several other cultures that don't mind living together.
Yeah, it just that's what I'm saying. Look at the Haitians, you got the Haitians, the Asians, the Mexicans, the Guatemalans. Man, come on, brown folks, we are our own downfall. I'm sorry, we really are. And you know what? This is a very good conversation. I really wish we can continue this a little bit longer, but I want to get everybody's opinion. I want to read through all of these comments and everything. But my feeling about the Section 8 2-year limit is I think it should go into a rotation. Not saying kick them out after 2 years completely, but you know what? Listen, you're gonna have to, do something. Do they still have Job Corps?
No, they ended that, girl.
They ended Job Corps? Well, they need to bring it back for the older people.
And that's why I originally said that there needs to be some type of program set up to prepare folks for that. And for the 2-year window, like, okay, your term is up, you're going on. But again, what resources were provided to help you be successful once you're off this program? You can go for 6 months for some type of job training and, some type of internship to get to that point to be able to make, a significant amount of money to be able to pay adequate rent. They can even probably get you to a point of, fixing your credit and all this stuff to become a first-time homeowner or something when you get off the program. So I do feel as if there should be some programs in place to help people.
Mhm. And there's a lot of programs, Hometown Heroes programs. Y'all hit up Sylvia Gillian. She's listen, she's a real estate broker. There's a lot of funding out there with no money down. No money down, 640 credit score. Get somebody. You got Kira who does credit repair. I used to do credit repair. I'm not doing it no more on the side. That's it for me. AK says Black people are at the bottom. We got the most power. We do have the power. But we just tend to bring ourselves down because we don't want to do anything. We don't want to do like everybody else and live together in harmony. Instead, we go against each other in all things. We want to snitch on each other and come on. Y'all get mad and y'all go to telling everything.
That's true.
We're our worst downfall. Y'all don't hear Haitian people on the job talking about, this person, that person, that person. Y'all don't hear them Asian people doing that. Y'all don't hear the Mexicans talk about that. If you do, you can't understand a damn thing what they're saying anyway. But they don't be on the job. They be out there working. But y'all got to be all out there ready to fight somebody, all in your phone, on Facebook, going live and everything else, talking about people and their CPN numbers and all of this other stuff. Just stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
Put it together.
But and I will say that it's one thing I want to be very clear, and we speak on our people because we do know our people are on the system, but it is a hell of a lot more of them on the system than us.
Now you're absolutely right about that.
More of them on Section 8 and getting food stamps than us.
Now
we emphasize on our people because we want to see our people do better.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely want our people to do better. I really do. And there is life beyond Section 8. There are ways, baby. You just gotta listen. Y'all not asking the right questions. Y'all going to the right people. You're just not asking the right questions.
Correct.
And you know what? Those people that you can't stand because of what you done heard about them from somebody else, baby, that's the one that can help you. I guarantee you that. That's the one that can help you. But see, your pride is too high, and you think y'all high and mighty and stuff.
Hold on a minute, friend. Wait a minute, Lori. You was my girl this whole show, but don't bring Beyonce in this. Beyonce ain't got nothing to do with it. Beyonce ain't did nothing to nobody. You was my friend, Lori, this whole
Lori,
show.
why did you trigger him?
You said something about Beyonce. Now, Beyonce ain't got nothing. She ain't had nothing to do with this conversation.
No,
She
Lori,
was minding her
Lori, you dead ass wrong for that one, because B ain't had nothing to do with this here, baby. B did her thing with them 58 million she done made, baby. She did her thing. I'm not even a Beyonce fan. I'm not even a Beyonce fan.
Now, wait a damn minute, Lori.
So you know what? Like I said, with this Section 8 thing, I want to see our people win. Shout out to those who are already on it, that have already started and put the plan in motion of what they want to do. There's so much more. If anybody, listen, I'm here. If anybody want to learn how to do taxes, I'm getting ready to retire soon. I will be more than happy to pass the torch. I thought I was going to pass it on to my daughter, but she doesn't want it. But if you want to learn how to do taxes, I can get you started. Okay. And let me tell you something. You can make $100,000 a year in just 4 months during tax season. You got to get out there. You got to hustle. You have to hustle. It's not all about just plugging in numbers. It's knowing the tax laws. It's dropping signs. It's standing out in front of Walmart, you got to go out there and push your business. You can make a lot of money doing taxes for 4 months out of the year. Cooking every day. Listen, everybody makes the best sauce in the world. I know my sauce is better than Parker's. Wait for it.
Girl, keep talking, honey. Look, you know what, friend? Let me tell you something. And I'm glad that you said that, because I want people to be confident. Be confident in your shit.
Be confident.
Be confident in your shit. You get
Let
me tell you something.
Nowadays, they put everything.
I'm the best goddamn cleaner in the world. You can't.
Yes, you is.
Goddamn house.
Yes, you is, friend.
You hear what I say? I will clean the hell out of this house.
No, decorator. You and Josh
I'm
with
confident
decorate
about my shit. You understand what I'm saying? So be confident. I'm good with that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. There's so many. Learn how to braid hair. Learn how to throw a lace wig on. I will support. Learn how to do nails. open a clothing line. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going to Rainbow, you go on Rainbow and buy a $7 dress from the whole store. You know what I'm saying? Go down there to Miami to the industrial district and buy you, a couple of bags or boxes of clothes and stuff like that. Get out there on Saturday and sell them. Open up pop shop. You know what I'm saying? There's so much potential.
That takes me into something else, Vicky. And I love that you said that, because we do need solutions. We do need, to be able, especially on this platform and having this conversation. And I love the fact that we went over, okay, we've talked about it, but I think that we have a duty as the host of Deliberate Discussions to be able to bring to our platform some solutions and some resources to help people, because so many people watch us, and just like we found out recently, so many people watch us after the fact because they don't want to see that they watching our show. But we appreciate y'all for the views, even if y'all watch it after the fact. But I will say that we will most definitely start bringing some solutions and some resources to this platform too, and we've done it previously in the past. We have done that, and
when we first started out, we definitely did. We did so much when we first started out that first year.
Correct.
3 years next week. Next month. September will be 3 years we've been on this platform.
And I do want to talk. So we do need to talk about, since you making $100,000, I can potentially make $100,000 with doing tax. Me and Josh are gonna be on the phone with you when he get back home tomorrow, because we need to be ready for the next tax season.
I told you I'm retiring next year. I want to pass the torch. I do something. I don't care. I would love to train these young people on how to do taxes. It's a good business, but like with all businesses, you have to invest in it.
Exactly.
It doesn't just come. It ain't about just sitting here. Right now I still got. How many computers I have sitting here? I got 2, 3, 4. I got 5 laptops right now. These are all. This is my DD laptop here. My daughter has 2 laptops. So it's like I said, it's potential out there. It's so many different things that you can do. Collaborate with other people. You know what I'm saying? Become a host, a promoter. There's money in all of that. You know how to make flyers. You see what I'm saying? There's so many things and you taught yourself to do it. So there's so many things that you can do. You just have to talk to the right people to get you started on your way. That's all.
Oh, Godfrey, I don't know if your phone is over there going crazy, but mine is going crazy.
I see the Maria comment. Who told me to call them when I get off of here?
Maria.
Oh Lord, what I did, Maria.
She said she has some resources for you.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
Well, all right then.
Yes, Pauline, you have to put in the work, and like I said, this is in no way going against those that are on Section 8. I really do wish y'all the best. And I'm just thinking about the single mothers out there and the people who have been on waiting lists that have been waiting 5 and 6 years to get on Section 8 because y'all not moving. You can't stay stagnant your entire life and depend on Section 8. We're all struggling, even those that, to me, I have a low income paying job. My income is not up to par. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's where I choose to live. But you know what? Get a roommate. Get you a roommate. You know what I'm saying? If you, there's ways.
Like my neighbors, I would commend them because they are Hispanic family next door. They have the same house that Josh had. And they,
What happened to the white man next door?
Oh, they're on the other side. I'm talking about.
Okay.
And when I tell you they are a family that stick together, living in that house, and I love that. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with it, with a family living together to make it work.
Not at all. That's what family should be for.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than having an extra bedroom to it. Shoot, we grew up sleeping on the floor when our people came to visit from different states, or when they decided to move here, my mom made me get out of bed and I had to sleep on the floor. I grew up on 9th Avenue. That was a concrete floor at 114 Southwest 9th Avenue. That wasn't no tile floor, no carpet. That was a damn concrete floor. I made a pallet on and slept my ass on that damn floor. That's probably why my booty's so flat from sleeping on that goddamn concrete floor. But listen, like I said, this in no way is going against people that are on Section 8. I really wish y'all the best. It's just that I want people who have been on those waiting lists that really need it.
Hey, friend, I'm gonna put somebody on speaker, okay?
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, so I have a daughter who's on Section 8. She's been on Section 8 probably about 5 years. She has a severely autistic son. So the first couple of years, she stayed at home. She tried to go to work, and because of him being severely autistic and with all the problems people had with keeping them, she ended up losing her job and became homeless. Ended up staying in shelters till she got back on the program. Now she's back on the program. But this new law about this 2 years affects her because now they're only giving her a year. So now she's faced with, okay, so what do I do?
Okay, so
Put my son in a facility. I'm not going to put my son in a facility because he's nonverbal. He's 5. He's nonverbal. I have 2 autistic grandsons, which is funny because I have one who's severely autistic, and then my other grandson is autistic, but he is highly intelligent. So I have 2. So I'm on both. One of my daughters is on Section 8, one is not. So the one who has the severely autistic son, she's like, Mom, what am I going to do? Because they're saying they're going to kick us off. And, Social Security has been slow, dragging their feet about, getting him into a program. Regional Center here, has been slow, dragging their feet, because the hustle here, the game here is if you have a child with a disability, you apply. It takes Social Security 6 to 8 months to tell you, oh no, they deny you. And then what happens is you have to appeal it, which takes another 6 to 8 months and maybe up to a year for them to say, okay.
Okay, let me stop for right now.
Yeah, it's crazy out here in California.
Yeah, and that's the state of California. Okay, thank you.
That's it. Now, California, I'm already aware. California, I thought they tried it and they decided not to. I thought they canceled the time limit on Section 8. That's what I thought for the state of California. But here's my thing: if the child has tested in the low percentage of autism, they should not be giving her a time limit in which she has to be off. So, I mean,
so in that case, they should fall under disability exemption.
Right. If they test below a certain percent. Mm-hmm. Now, if I think I want to say 79% as far as intelligent, if you're in, I think that's where the range goes. Once you get above 80, I think they're considered borderline, or they're no longer on the spectrum. Okay. So with that being said, I would look further into that, or I would speak with maybe a civil attorney or somebody who knows the law. Yeah, somebody who knows the workers' comp laws and things like that, in order to see what the options are with that. Now, the other one with the child she said she had another one that's highly intelligent, but still is considered autistic. With that one, that may be a problem. But, in the meantime, if they're sisters, live together, make it work until a solution is there. If you've been on Section 8, not saying that you can't afford it. And like I said, I don't want to see anyone homeless, because I done been in that position, being homeless or whatever. But the thing is, there's other people that need to get up out of the cold and come on in too. Put them back in a rotation. That's all. Like, if she has another year, a year's time is more than enough time to, get this going on. But, make sure that they can put you back in the rotation with another application and get back on the wait list. So when your time comes.
Let me ask you this question. I just want to play devil advocate. Like I see you say, like, and I agree. I mean, I still stand with my decision of, the 2 years, but also providing resources to be able to prepare you for the real world. Mm-hmm. So, but you're saying as far as a rotation is concerned, when those 2 years are up, and if you're not prepared for the real world and you haven't taken advantage of those resources, what do you think should happen? Do this person now fall on being homeless? Do this person now move in with family? I mean, what?
All of the above.
Okay.
I mean, they have to have some kind of support system. You start talking to family. Talk to your family. Explain to them. Listen, this is where I am right now.
And then
You
the
know?
problem becomes that the fact that with this current administration that's now taking money away from these shelters,
Yeah.
that's not, these shelters they're no longer getting these grants. I know someone personally that works for FEMA and everything, and these grants so much stuff is being cut. But then also on the flip side of that, with this current administration, this fool has now written an executive order for these states to start penalizing these homeless people for being on the streets. And if they are on the streets, you can now formally arrest these people or whatever. So it's one of those situations where you damn if you do, you damn if you don't.
Yeah.
So I'm all for the program, but there has to be a way where everyone is set up for success.
Yeah.
You can't just be put off a program after 2 years and then, okay, now I'm homeless, I can't get no more type of assistance or whatever. I agree with it, but I don't think that it's thought out. I think that it's something that's being forced so fast that they don't know what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, give the states, if you're going to mandate this, give the states an opportunity to set these people up for success.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. And I mean, it's sad, but think about, what about the people that have been on the waiting list? I mean, like I said, it's a catch-22. It's a 6 of one, half dozen of another. This situation, and no, the thought of it sounds so drastic. It really does. But 2 years is a lot of time, and there's a lot that you can do. Start planning ahead right now. So ask yourself, man, if they cut Section 8 today, what would I do? What would you do? Think about it as today. Maybe you have to move in with a family member. Start giving that family member $10 every time you get paid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just, this is for me, get a receipt for it and everything. You got to do something.
So let me ask you this, Fred. So with the Section 8 thing, with the 2-year thing, but I don't know if you heard on yesterday that it's being proposed that they will now take, as far as food stamps is concerned, that you can no longer buy candy, snacks, soda, and all those things with food stamps. How do you feel about that?
The way some of these churn teeth set up, I agree with that too. I'm sorry. I see some of these little babies and stuff like that. I'm sorry.
I will say I truly agree with it, Wells, because I do think that the food stamp program you should be buying things that add nutritional value.
I think it should mimic the WIC program, or they should, join them up together. It's about healthy living. There's so many chemicals going into food these days, and with sweets and stuff like that, you got 3-4-year-olds that they teeth just coming in, but they coming in rotten. Like, come on. And then, the schools, I found out recently, I asked my daughter, I said, do they still put the little sealants on the kids' teeth in elementary school? And I found out they no longer do that. So, I mean, yeah, I think it should be, not all sodas, but like sugar-free stuff like that, because then they'll stop buying all of that junk food and stocking the refrigerator with a whole bunch of processed, already prepared food, Hot Pockets and croissant sandwiches and all of that, even though I love me a nice Jimmy Dean croissant or whatever. But like I said, for the kids and stuff like that, I agree with it. The energy drink should never have even been on the damn list. They shouldn't have been able to buy. That should be treated as alcohol. The energy drinks, that should never have even been able to be bought with food stamps at all.
Correct. Don said the food stamp cards weren't working one weekend, and a lot of people didn't have a backup plan to pay for their groceries. They just left their carts and walked out.
What? Wait, say that again.
Food stamp cards weren't working one weekend. A lot of people didn't have a backup plan to pay for their groceries. They just left their carts and walked out.
Why weren't they working though? I don't get it.
That's a government thing. I don't know.
That's a system issue.
That's a system issue.
There ain't no room in the jails.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. Overcrowding, prison overcrowding. So how they gonna put all them homeless people in jail? That's a bunch of crowd.
That goes back to what I originally said. Yes, they're putting something in place, but they're not thinking this out. It goes to like, now that they are firing all these people from the government, not knowing that how essential these positions are, and these very same people you're now begging to come back. Like,
Yeah.
if I done retired, I done took my money and I done ran to the board and I'm traveling the world, what I'm coming back for? You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, yes, you want to uphold a campaign promise of what you're going to do to gut the government and everything, but at no point did anybody in your administration take the time to see how essential these jobs out that these people are doing. All you did was pay attention to what Elon Musk said. It's like, okay, it gotta go.
Okay.
And now you realize that, oh, I need this person for this. I need to hire more IRS workers. I need to
You
do
break it up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I just do
So
something?
what'd you say?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I
hear you.
can.
Okay. So so that's why I was saying that, yes, although I agree with this program that they're going to roll out concerning Section 8, it still needs to be rolled out in a manner that it provide adequate resources for people that's going to continue to be on this program. And that's one thing that this administration has a history of doing, is not doing their research, not seeing how this is going to affect XYZ. It's going to, for one, it's going to be an domino effect where these people have to be off this program within 2 years. You haven't provided any type of resources. These people are now going to become homeless. They're going to be in overcrowded shelters that barely have funding. Then they're going to be on the streets, and now they're going to be arrested. It's going to be a huge problem in the country. So, yeah.
If we look at it that way. I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
Pam says, just saying we don't have a backup plan. Spanish people will pull out cash if their food stamp cards don't work. We got to have a backup plan. And that's totally true. We do have to have a backup plan. We can't just sit back and just wait on food stamps to come. And then, like Michelle said, these people, they buying their kids these damn noodles, and that's all they buy these kids, and a pack of hamburger meat, and then they sell the rest of food stamps. Like that person said, $2,500 in food stamps. Shit, that's a lot of money.
A lot of money, girl. God damn, my deep.
That's a lot of money. That's almost 50% 50% more than what I make in a month. Dang.
Okay, check the chat, friend.
So that's insane. But like $2,500, man, I just need $2,500 to last me a whole damn year.
Okay.
So yeah, but I mean, I'm just glad that we had this chat, tonight, and like I said, we're gonna do more research on this, and we're gonna come up with some different solutions. Maria, I'm gonna give you a call probably tomorrow if that's okay. But yeah, we're gonna come up with some solutions, stuff that we can, talk to the viewers about, and try to get y'all educated. Like I said, if you want to learn how to do taxes, I am here for it. Okay, go and take a 220 class, a 440 class, sign up for that. That's the sell life insurance and auto insurance, and go get your job at Allstate or something like that. 220, you just need a 220 to do car insurance. So, that's something easy to do. So there's options. There are options. And I mean, if this sounded kind of harsh, I do apologize. I ain't got no Republican in me, I don't think, at all. I just happen to agree with this one particular
But I'm glad that we had this conversation, and I don't think that you were harsh. I think that it was your opinion, and it's okay. And I think that's one thing that we have to be mindful of, that everyone has a right to have their opinion. I may not necessarily agree, and you and I, how we go back all the time. We don't always agree with each other, but to be able to have this platform and to be able to have this conversation, everyone is not going to agree with what we say.
Right.
And
that's fine. We all have our own opinions.
And that's absolutely fine. And my thing is, as long as we're respectful to each other, it shouldn't be an issue. It's okay.
And this is not a messy platform. We're here to discuss these things and try to find a solution and give people different options and things like that. Like I said, I'm here. If anybody needs any resources, I'm gonna get with Maria tomorrow and see what resources she has. Pam, thank you so much for joining us. Lori, Paula Ann, Maria, thank you all. Dawn, it's always a pleasure. Josh, I love you so much. I miss you, baby. Cedric.
Holly Ann, all y'all. I mean, thank y'all so much. These comments were off the chain tonight.
Yeah,
we
Michelle,
really appreciate
feedback.
Thank y'all so much for welcoming us back after our long break. Now, I will say, y'all, let me say this before we go. We human. We are human. We have lives. We have careers. If we don't come on Wednesday, just be understanding. I mean, you guys have been, but continue to be that or whatever for us because we need that. We have lives as well, but we enjoy bringing this platform to you guys and having open discussions like this.
Yeah.
Friend, I will say, I love you, baby. I
I
love
love
you.
you more.
I appreciate this conversation, and I appreciate the fact that we are open to hearing each other's
Oh,
side.
most definitely.
And but yeah, this has been a great conversation tonight. What Laura say, I hate being in the box. I have to look at independent. Laura, let me tell you something. When my husband and I made the decision to say, you know what, we are independent, it was like a weight lifted off of our back.
Really?
It was a weight because keep in mind, when you have the mindset of being an independent voter, you're not sitting here thinking like, damn, they should be doing this. They should be doing that. Girl, let me tell you what my attitude is girl, fuck them people.
So y'all actually switched to independent.
Yeah, I don't need nobody speaking for me. I don't need not one party speaking for me. And no, I don't think I have Republican in me neither. But there are some things that I agree with.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I respect you so much for saying that. But I don't want to be stuck to saying, hey, I'm a Democrat.
But
Hey,
that's what we were born into. That's what we were taught. That's what we
correct.
like. It was never
You know,
really explained to us the difference. Honestly, I just know when I went to register to vote for the first time, I was told check out Democrat. So
correct.
it was always
Exactly. And my thing is, you're an adult and you can be able to make your own decisions. You are capable enough of doing your own research because, again, there's so many things that coming up that's put in our heads, but not also coming up, but looking at the media. If you sat there and looked at and believe everything those people say on that television, you'll be absolutely insane.
That's true.
You get what I'm saying?
I've seen you get riled up.
My neighbors love them to death. There's two people in the house that's Republicans, there's two people that's Democrat in the house and everything. And we have no problem with them. You get what I'm saying? It's just like everybody has a right to, do what they want, choose what they want, have the values that they want, but don't impose your shit on me.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes a problem, when you impose your shit on me. You get what I'm saying? That's not what's going to happen. That's your belief, and I respect that. And this is mine, and you're going to respect mine.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just that simple. And we can all get along and have a kumbaya moment and have, I will say I sit back and laugh my ass off about some of the stuff these people done voted in their own. I'm just like, well, child, that's what y'all did. Y'all go and
I'll go right on ahead.
I will say this. I don't really trust them neither. This past weekend, you know what the type of neighborhood we live in. They had a whole rally against the man in DC.
What?
They had a whole rally protest out there on the curb, signs, everything. I mean, out here in our area. I mean, you ran through there, girl. They was all across the road, everything. It was like, okay, look at y'all, PPP. I support y'all. Yeah.
Well, they wasn't doing nothing but protesting all the Epstein files and pedophiles for a lot of this past weekend.
The same damn people that was out there protesting. Will it be the same goddamn people in November run their ass to the poll and vote Republican again?
You know they is shit.
So it's just
we had this one in the bag for this past election, but shit, I really thought my girl was gonna get in there, but damn.
Yeah. And I will say this, girl, it ain't even been a year. They've been in office yet. So y'all buckle up, buttercups.
Okay.
But anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. This has been an amazing conversation tonight.
Thank you all so much. DJ AK, we'll see you this Friday at Groove, 7 p.m. to midnight, 404 West Atlantic Avenue, Delray Beach. Grooves, restaurant and daiquiri bar.
And I love you guys.
Love you all. Thank you all so much.
Have a good night.